We're live. We're alive. We're alive. We're Clown World Cousins, shortened to CWC because we got our channel taken down.
We
Because
could probably change it back at this point.
I think we should. CWC could mean anything, and we are
Yeah.
cousins, and we are living in the clown show. Anyway, I'm Faye, and this is my cousin M10, and we're cleaning, and we're streaming, and we're wifing, and we're lifing. And I'm driving and I'm crying. I can't speak for Mary. sometimes I cry in the car.
Again?
I've had a very thin skin lately, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
You're not alone. You're not alone in that. We'll get into that later. Definitely. Let's remember to go back to that. But besides crying in your car, how are you?
I am right now. I was just telling you before we went live. I definitely am a multiple personality, but I'm not like the Memento guy or the Moon Knight guy that's like, holy crap, what did I do? You know, I remember the decisions I make, but it's a different personality that makes these decisions. So a couple weeks ago, I was like, I'm working at a doggy daycare. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I still love it. But now my body feels like I've been hit by a tractor.
Oh, yeah.
Physical. And so but I do love it. There's no way I could do more than 3 hours. We got a dog.
Congratulations.
A dog. Thank you.
What kind?
He is a mix, and going forward, the only dogs I will ever get will be rescues from the shelters, because breeders, I've just had a bad experience, and working at the doggy daycare, I love mixes, and he was on the mean streets of Mississippi, a stray, but now he is going to be spoiled rotten. Maybe Joe will bring him up. Enough about me, Mary. How are you?
I'm great. I love hearing that. Yeah, with these shelters, I guess like during 2020, we talked about this before, but I was on voice chat a couple weeks ago with a guy who works at a shelter. And I told him that we had a time where we were breeding Maine Coon cats, and he's like, breeders. I was like, not really. My cat got pregnant, but he was saying that shelters are so overrun, and people keep breeding animals, and there's like this surplus. And during 2020, a bunch of people adopted animals and then had to get back to their regular life and then surrendered all the animals. So it's really sad. It is good to.
It is. And I'm not a hero. I'm not going to put a bumper sticker on my car that says who rescued who. But one thing about working, I work with people that are passionate and know a lot about dogs. And basically just said the same thing as you. You know what the newest trend is, Mary, with breeders, which is really disturbing?
What?
So I'll just tell you how this came up. There was this gorgeous German Shepherd. So sometimes, this is my joke. I think I'm hilarious, but I'm not. So sometimes I'll walk into the doggy daycare and I'll be like, is this a doggy daycare or a doggy modeling agency? Thank you, Mary. Thank you.
All right.
So there's this one dog, Darla, and she's the most beautiful long-haired German Shepherd you ever saw. I thought she was a puppy. I found out the other day she is 3 years old. The trend is every dog around, they want to get them smaller.
Yeah.
So she looks like a forever German Shepherd puppy.
Oh, that's kind of cute, though. Have you ever seen like the teacup poodles and?
It's wicked cute, Mary. I love Darla. She made me think of my amazing joke. I do stand up for the dogs.
That's hilarious.
Still.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can bring up. We named our dog Dasher because for the reindeer Dasher. Believe me, he was hard to name. We went through a few. His first name was Domino, but I thought that would be, it was confused because he doesn't know anything, but the one command he seems to know is no. Like when we say no, he listens. So calling him Domino is confusing.
Yeah.
My favorite dog in the whole world is Blitzen. So I was like, well, he's a December dog, so we'll name him after a reindeer. So it was either Comet or Dasher. But Comet would be like, come here, Commie. Come here, Commie. Yeah. So Dash is a cuter nickname. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
hope Joe will bring him up whenever he wants. So
Yeah. Congratulations. That's exciting. How old
thank
is he?
you.
Just out of curiosity, how old is
Well, when
he?
you get Australia, I don't know. They're estimating about 8 months. We wanted to get a little bit
Oh,
older. And forever my son is sad. My son is like his mommy, very loyal. And he's like, I want Leo. And I'm like, sweetie, I want Leo too. And I'm like, but pets teach us about heartbreak. And Dasher has
absolutely.
Dasher has nothing to do with Leo, and Leo wants you to be kind to this Anna. And he is, don't get me wrong. Don't
Of
worry about
course.
it. But I love his loyalty, but he's loyal to a fault. It runs in our family, Mary.
You know what? When you say animals teach us about heartache in life, there's a woman I follow. Her name's Patera, Appalachia homesteader here on YouTube. And for the past 2 months,
Appalachia?
yeah,
I'm
that's how
sorry.
she says it.
Oh,
People,
okay.
people actually, we call it
Appalachia.
Appalachia. Yeah, but people that actually are from Tennessee and live in Appalachia, they call it Appalachia. So her YouTube channel's
Interesting. I never knew that.
yeah, Appalachia Homestead. But anyway, for 2 months, her cow got monastic. Anyway, some utter disease, and for 2 months,
Archie would know if he's here. Archie knows about cows. Yeah.
yeah, metastasis, something like that. But anyway, and so for 2 months, she's been keeping everybody updated. She's like, oh, look, showing us the cow. Like she's eating. Well, today she put up an update that she lost the cow. And seriously, she was like devastated. She's like, I know people say you shouldn't name farm animals or get attached to them. She's like, but that's not me. This was a member of our community, a member
Yeah.
of our family. And she's like, I guess today God just decided he needed a good dairy cow and he took her home. And I'm like,
That's
yeah,
sweet. I love
it's
cows. I feel guilty for eating meat, especially what we've talked about this before. Sometimes we're on a loop, the same, and even before we did our stream, we would be on a loop. The same things come up. But
yeah,
yeah, cows are just the most docile, sweet animals. You loved cows in Ireland. We don't need to say it again.
rehash
I
it.
like
The
the
same old
bangs.
what?
I like. Oh, I think my friend's here. Is he here, honey? All right, the dog's gonna say hi. Then we can solve problems, Mary. Hi, Dash. Hi, baby. Come here. Hi, Dash. Come here. Hi. Hi,
Oh,
sweetie. He's black and white.
can't
He looks
really
kind of
see him.
Come here. He loves Joe, of course. You got him?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, what a beautiful dog.
Pretty beautiful.
He looks like a cow.
I was at Joe, on all my honesty, I was about to be like, speaking of cows.
Totally, he does. We almost named him Yu, which we thought was Japanese for cow, but it turned out not to be. And so my first joke with Dasher, I'm sorry, I make jokes to animals, and I'm like, Dash, you know what I like about you? And Dash was like, and I'm like, sometimes things really are black and white.
Oh, good one, Faye.
Wasn't as funny as the modeling agency joke.
No,
But
that was a little too clever. See, that's why it's not laugh out loud funny. It's funny.
you don't even know the stuff I whisper in the animals' ears at my work.
Why don't you whisper it on the live? Get
back up on the bed.
cracking up.
Hi, baby. All right, he really wants to show up. He's like, hold on, one more. You can really see where. There he is.
Oh,
and you know what?
Cute.
We worked with a really good rescue, and it was all about personality. And he's really sweet, and so just if prayers are appreciated, guys, because like everyone out there, we have stories with animals. They teach us, and I'm just hoping that he has a long, healthy. He's going to be spoiled rotten, but he can't bite anybody. he can't attack our friends' kids when they come over. That's
Sure. I think that's a good rule of thumb right there.
yeah.
But congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank
So,
you.
Let us move on. We can always go back and talk more about Dash later. Oh, wait, Dasher, or you call him Dash?
It's Dasher, but Dash for short, which is why it was either Dasher or Comet. We wanted to name him after one of the reindeers. And Calm or Commie. Dash is a cute, like, you know, the nickname's cuter. The nickname won out. Dash is cuter than Calm.
Okay.
Okay, Mary, it's too much. Like, people are like, what
Okay.
do I do? Like, okay, sorry.
Totally. All right. So, all right, let's move on. So, go ahead. You start.
All right. So the Weeble Wobbles. Mary, my awesome cuz, has allowed me. I need to rant, guys, a little bit about Weeble Wobbles in polyester uniforms, and I'm talking about police officers. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. I want to start by saying the police in my town during the whole this thing were the
Hold on.
best. The best.
Too fast. Once again,
No,
too
I'll
fast.
get there.
I brought a visual. I brought a visual of what a Weeble is, Faye. I don't think people
Is
know
that
what a
a
Weeble
real
is.
Weeble Wobble?
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, folks. All right.
Okay, pick it. That is what their shape is in my town. In Massachusetts, we have a very special breed of Weeble Wobbles in polyester uniforms. And I swear to God, they are, Mary, I know you don't get out as much as I do, you know, because I have all these stupid things I have to do. It's like, I swear to God, they're like closing exits and making you go down different streets. And back in the old days, there would be like signs for a detour. They would tell you where to go. And now they just assume that I think that everyone has GPS. So they don't tell you where to go. Okay. But this is the thing about my GPS. My GPS keeps telling me to go down the goddamn street that you guys are closing. Okay. Okay. Weeble Wobbles in polyester uniforms. Joe and I told this story before, but when we went to Myrtle Beach, I think I don't know, within the last year or something, I was amazed. They were doing a huge public works street project, and it was big. Like, there was big machinery out, and there were no cop details. Here in Massachusetts, any sort of occurrence, it requires police details. And Mary, what do you think? They make about $50 an hour at least?
I will say that I had a cousin in the 90s who made $200,000 in details. So they're making, I think $50 is kind of an underestimate.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So back to Myrtle Beach. They were doing this huge public works project. We were on vacation and we were like, wow. And I would have never noticed there were no police details, but Joe pointed out, he goes, look, no details. And I go, oh my God, you're right. The next day, guess what, guys? The project was done. All the machinery was gone. The street was ready to go. Okay.
Because they have flagmen. So here in the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts, for any road work whatsoever, you need a detail. In some cases, they need two, one in the front and one in the back, you know?
I'm going to go talk about the last one I saw. There was 4. I counted 4.
Oh, wow. Okay, so down south, they have what they call flagmen, maybe. It's just basically somebody that holds a sign that says stop,
Yeah.
and then turns it around and it says go. All right.
Yeah,
and they don't make nearly.
Probably for like $20 an hour.
They work for, I think, like the Department of Public Works. So they're just counties, you know.
Okay. So the reason I call them Weeble Wobble, and I'm so hold the visual up again. I mean, this is the shape of the cops I've seen. 90% of them. I'm sorry, if you're a police officer, I'm not going to get on a rant about the weight thing again, guys. You've all been there. Go back to past videos. You can see how I feel. But if you need to be a cop, don't you need to have some sort of fitness requirement? There's no fitness requirement. They are Weeble Wobbles. Okay, this is a true story. Okay, I'm not going to bore you guys with how many times a day or a week I am redirected. I'll tell you 2 stories. One about me getting pulled over, and one about the Weeble Wobble that almost let an accident happen. So I had to go to a place I work for. I do dog walking for a place up the street. So I had to go get the key, come back. So I had to drive by this Weeble Wobble 4 times. I was going back, and then I had to go back and go back. So 4 times. First of all, saying he was the shape of that toy Mary's holding is a compliment. Okay, it might be an improvement. Guys, I'm not lying. Every single time I drove by the Weeble Wobble in the polyester uniform, he was looking at his phone. I swear to God. The 4th time as I'm going to leave, and finally I don't have to go down this street anymore where the work's going on, I see an excavator almost back into like a little sedan in front of me. So 4 details, like the car was beeping, and then the excavator guy was like, oh, there's 4 cops being paid so this doesn't happen. We've got a situation, at least in Massachusetts, with they're stealing from us. They're stealing from the taxpayers. Okay, so anyway, meanwhile, everyone in Massachusetts, 99% of the time, is driving somewhere in order to put food on the table. It's all about getting the kids, getting to work, blah, 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 blah. We're all ants in an anthill here. So anyone who's driving and doing anything, it all has to do with getting that freaking food on the table and paying your bills. All right, then I got pulled over. Mary, do you want to say anything about that Weeble Wobble story before I go on?
Yeah, I actually want to just call attention. I do want to the chat's saying some great stuff. So Mama Love is saying they get paid 15 to 20 bucks to spin that sign. So even I think I'm just guessing, you feel like even that's too much because it's definitely not worth like $100 to $150 for a police officer to stand there.
Especially when an accident almost happens. And I swear to you, okay? 4 times I drove by, he's looking at his phone, and he's not going to outrun anyone. He doesn't deserve that polyester outfit. Okay? Doesn't that polyester outfit require shouldn't it carry some respect? So then I get pulled over, okay? I got a little bit of a lead foot. Okay, not anymore. Now I drive like an old lady. I am. I'm molasses going forward because my number is going to be up, and I've never got a ticket. I can say it used to be because I was young and hot, but now I'm getting older, so I played the old. I can't afford a ticket, and I played the waterworks, but it really wasn't a play because
right.
I can't cry on command. I'm not that sociopathic. I can't, but I did start crying because I was thinking about the ticket, and even though anytime you fight a ticket you can get out of it, I was like, I don't have time for this. You know what I mean? So the guy had to be pushing 5 feet. I'll give him this. He was fit. He was fit in his Weeble Wobble uniform. I was going too fast, and he told me that I need to slow down. You can ask Joe. He was going to give me a very expensive ticket. I was going about 15 miles over the speed limit. And I kind of felt like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just like, not like a prostitute, but like not violated, but a little humiliated, being like, I just want to go to work, and I can't have a ticket, and I just don't know, but like I did a good job because he came back and he was like, with his Weeble Wobble uniform, and he's like, I want you to know that I could have given you a very expensive ticket today. And I was like, I know. And my exact words are, quote, I go, you're my hero today. I just want you to know how much I appreciate it. And you don't understand. I'm like, I just paid my bills this morning. And then he was nice. He was like, believe me. He was like human. He was kind of like, believe me, we're all there. And he let me go. But like, I had to put on this like waterworks. It was kind of a put on, but it kind of wasn't. And just like kissing his butt. Now, meanwhile, I went to work. I was going to work. And I told them I got pulled over. They're like, oh, that's the gauntlet. This road is really long, very pretty road. Why do the speed limits change every 10 feet? It's 25, 35, 30. It's like, why are they trying to drive me crazy? They want people to get tickets. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me rant. Anyone, Mary, please. That's all I have to say. That's all.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's go. over here and just take some comments and then.
Yes, young love. Hey.
Yeah, that's anyway. Mike was saying, is Faye gonna do like her stand-up comedy routine about like cops and donuts?
Do I have one?
No, he was being
Oh.
random. You know, Mike. Okay, this is messed up.
Mike, I just do comedy for dogs.
That's right. She already explained that.
Yeah.
All right, this is messed up until they fail you because of their weight. There's their.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not being hateful. Until they fail you because of their weight.
Yeah.
I'm not hating them. They're controlling my life and making me kiss their butt.
Whatever. I mean, can I just hold on, Matt? Hold on. I have seen way too much fighting. I've known Frank for 3 years.
Look at the guy. It's a guy.
I've seen Frank. I've known him for 3 years. I'm disappointed that he just rage quit.
Okay.
What did I do?
I don't even think I went on a rant about his weight. I just said that should police officers have a fitness requirement. I don't care either. I don't know the guy, Mary. I'm sorry. He's your friend. But it's true. It's like men are being, we can go to the next topic. Men in the truther community are being very dramatic. And women are being
on the Discord server that I'm on. There's been more drama this week, and guys, I don't go online to fight with people, like ever. It's not entertaining to me, and like being a moderator on like Discord and stuff. It's like I'm seeing all this fighting, and I don't understand what's going on with people.
I don't either. I don't either. I honestly, I'm going to probably listen to this back. And I have gone on rants about, but I don't think that Mary, I honestly don't think I was being hateful. Was I being hateful?
I don't. Honest to God, I don't know anymore. Everybody's triggered. Even watching
Frank, I think that Frank is kind of being insane and like hateful is kind of slanderous. I wasn't being hateful.
All right. We're gonna drop it, but I will say, even on true crime is about murder. Why are there trigger warnings at the beginning of true crime? If you don't want to hear about murder, then don't follow true crime. Anyway, hey Matt.
Hello.
Matt, have you been listening?
Long time listener, first time caller, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Mary. Hey, Faye. How you guys doing?
Right. Matt, I need my big cousin. Have you been listening?
All I heard was YouTube birds yammering in the background while I was trying to remember what I was going to call up and say.
I was accused of being hateful, Matt. So I wanted your opinion, but I guess you didn't hear.
Hateful in what way?
Oh, go back. I said that cops. This is all I said. I said cops should have a fitness. Police officers should have a fitness level requirement.
Absolutely, Faye. God rest his soul. Your father had to go through stuff being a firefighter. Now, I'm not trying to sound like a sexist or anything, but you go into downtown Boston, you get these little fat, squatty women cops, like they're going to take down a criminal.
Also, Matt, so her dad with the fitness requirement to be a firefighter. Let's think about our cousins that were Boston cops who were like morbidly obese, and they were making $200,000 a year in overtime in the 90s. So.
Well, that's because they made detective. Once you're a detective.
No, this is when they were street beat cops, Matt.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what's on your mind? We're gonna move on.
There's something in the air. Excuse me. There's been a lot of fighting in your Discords. I haven't had a lot of time to comment, but in things that I'm listening to, I'm hearing it. There's the spirit of contention just everywhere.
Where is he?
right, let's move on to the next topic.
Next topic, please.
All right, here we go. Now, I've been thinking about this. Faye, you probably don't care about it. Mary, you probably don't care about it. There's a lot of weird things that have gone on the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, you know I care about it. I talked to you on the phone about it, and I said call in.
Hold on. This is supposed to be a surprise. Mary, you're supposed to say, oh, what's that, Matt?
Matt, sorry, I'm not a very good actress. What is this? What could he possibly be talking about?
You talked about it for the last 2 weeks. The whole Elon Musk buying Twitter, Kanye West and Alex Jones. There's so many anomalies there that are just so twisted and so weird to me, anyways. Faye, do you have any takeaways or?
Did you even see this?
I think that so I don't like them to be in my mind too much. I'm not on Twitter. I think Elon was probably born female. That's all. I don't, and he's such a troll. I love the people that like look up to Elon as like some like savage, like, oh wow, he's just like he's just so awesome. And I'm just like, he sounds like an idiot. He cannot get through a sentence without stuttering, but I don't want to be too hateful. So
no. Hey, here's the thing about me. My thinking. Have you seen any of the Kanye West stuff, or as I call him, Con, C-O-N, yay?
So no, because I know that that's all fake too. But all I know is that the day I wake up and Kanye actually is the president, I will be so happy. I will get my all this popcorn crunching will be worth it. My son is in public school, and when they talk about the election, he always says, you know what? I want Kanye." Go ahead.
So, yay, whatever you call it. Yay, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he went on Alex Jones with a hood on his head. The hood that he was wearing on his head was Mary.
Okay, hold on. We can't get there yet. So he was wearing a black hood on his head. It was such a troll with him with the like Dollar Tree net in the bottle of Yahoo.
Yep.
It was.
I didn't even see it. I'm gonna look it up. What should I look up? Alex Jones and Kanye?
Just look at a picture. You'll get the big idea. So
it was net and Yahoo. Get it? Net and Yahoo.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Okay, so anyway, so Matt's the one who like put me on this. He was like, "Oh no, you got to check it out. You got to check it out." So I was like, "All right, whatever." So I watched it. I was like, first of all, you didn't tell me he had like a freaking nylon over his head, and it was the most ridiculous thing. So my takeaway was,
I'm looking at
my takeaway on this whole thing was that oh God, that it happened. So he's always been a little bit off the rails. He's always been. But in this case, I feel like it was so extreme. So I started wondering, so this happened at the same time as the Balenciaga scandal started to break. And he was married to Kim Kardashian, he's divorced from, but he's paying her millions of dollars in child support.
Right.
And I was like, wait, how much is this dude making to act like a complete and total psycho in order to detract from the Balenciaga scandal? So that ties into what was the bag he was wearing over his head. Who makes that, Matt?
It's a Balenciaga bag. It's a hood.
Yeah. It's all connected, and
he's from the hood. Sorry, I'm just texting.
But anyways, so he goes on the Alex Jones show, right? And he starts talking about the I don't want to get you guys thrown off your channel here. So he talks about a certain group of people who may be chosen, and, right? And talking about how maybe these certain group of people might like run a bunch of things. And
Yeah,
the best thing
they're complete scapegoats. I've come to the conclusion that group, we'll just call them the Jays, are complete scapegoats. They're just the fall guys. Go ahead.
You just said Jays. You just gave it away, Faye.
I didn't even know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's kidding. He's kidding.
But anyways, so he goes on Alex Jones, and he. By the way, I'll get into that later in my rant here. The best thing about the interview was Alex Jones trying to say, so what you mean about the Nazis is you like their uniforms?
Matt, you sound like Beetlejuice. Your Alex Jones is dangerously close to Beetlejuice right now.
Anyways, Mary, I never said that I was a great impersonator. But anyways, the weirdest, Alex Jones is considered like the weirdest conspiracy theory guy in the world, and he's trying to protect Kanye West from going down this rabbit hole. No,
yeah.
So what you mean is you
as a Christian, you have to love everybody.
You love Hitler because you're being Christ-like. You have to love. And he's like, no, I don't. I love Hitler. That was insane.
It was insanity.
Right. So, anyways, a couple days later, he goes on to Gavin McInnes's show.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you have to get it by subscription.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, and Gavin McInnes was going to do an intervention with him, being like, really, come on, it's not the J words, it's liberal white elitists that are the problem. And he doubled back and he said, no, it's the chosen people, I'll say.
Yeah.
And Gavin McInnes says, this intervention is not working at all.
No. You know what, Matt? What are they distracting us
Hold
from?
on, I'm sorry. Did Gavin have an intervention with Kanye West or with Alex Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It was hilarious. But anyways, the thing that I find very interesting, okay, now Kanye, here's my conspiracy theory. Here comes me. Kanye West, he glommed himself onto Donald Trump, okay? Yeah. He also glommed himself onto Milo Yiannopoulos, homosexual.
He's the guy who goes around speaking, right?
Yes, but also a proponent of traditional Catholicism.
Yeah.
He also glommed himself onto Nick Fuentes, who is
that's the white
yes.
Yeah. White S person, but yeah.
Yes. I think this is a thing to make Christians and Trump supporters look like anti-Semites. That's why Kanye West glommed onto. First of all, Donald Trump threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. It's like, you get out of here. You're out of your mind. But he's glommed himself onto extreme. I just hate to use the word extreme, but real conservatives like Alex Jones, Gavin McInnes. What?
Alex Jones is an actor. I don't think he's a real anything. I think he's a real, what is it? Capitalist.
Thank you.
No. I think. Listen, I know enough about Alex Jones. I've actually talked to him a couple times. When I say a couple times, I mean 2 times, and he is a real guy.
I just think that he is riding the coattails of the likes of Rush Limbaugh, and he's a total. I think he's an extremist troll. I mean, everything. Look at even the school there in Connecticut. the settlement on that?
Well, here's the thing about that. Well, why hold on, Mary.
Yeah.
Why would anybody be fined $2 billion to keep their mouth
Man,
shut?
you think that's real? I'm sorry.
I thought it was 9, Matt. I thought it was 9 billion.
No, Matt, stop.
Hold on. Let's put these controlled ops together to make the truth community. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think so. Alex Jones, I will say, he is one of the few people that were around back in the day when, like, I started waking up to stuff, like when I was supporting Ron Paul, right, Matt?
Right.
And Alex Jones was one of the people that I would listen to and be like, this guy is he's speaking truth. He's waking me up. But then you see the stupid, like, they're making the frogs gay, and him like ripping off his shirt with his bone broth. And again, once again,
he's an actor.
I was gonna say he's a caricature. I used that word last week, but once again, he's a caricature of what they think the truth community is, in my opinion.
Okay, well, here's my thing, okay?
Go ahead.
The guy is, he broadcasts independently 5 hours a day. You might get a little bored. It might be a little, I'm going to do something funny. I'm going to rip my shirt off. Stuff like that. You're sitting in a studio, and you have to make content. As a matter of fact,
you have to make content. That's exactly it. I mean, he's just a content creator, and
exactly, I agree with you. So you have to keep people on board.
Can I ask, Matt?
I'm not saying. Sure, go ahead.
Since we're talking about personalities, I usually wouldn't do this, but we're talking about personalities. You talked about Kanye, you talked about Alex, you talked about Gavin McInnes. Matt, do you have an opinion on Owen Benjamin?
You know, the thing is, I understand why Owen Benjamin left Hollywood, and I understand why Owen Benjamin went out into the country and raised a family and lives on a farm. I totally understand that. The guy was dating Christina Ricci, for crying out loud. The guy was in tons of movies.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah. So you think that he's legitimate?
Oh, 100%. It's like, yeah.
We can agree on that. And him and Alex had a falling out, and Owen calls Alex exactly the things that Mary and I are saying, just so we know. So I agree with you that Owen's legit. I just wanted to know what you thought. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, the reason why Alex Jones and Gavin McInnes did the same thing with Owen Benjamin. The reason why he did it because Owen Benjamin started calling out the little hats, talking about the Jews.
Oops.
Yep, exactly.
No, I'm saying oops because I don't know if we can even say that.
You guys, it's no big deal, guys. They're old news, guys. People are starting to figure out that they're just old news. It's like they're here. They're not the top of the pyramid.
That's what my whole thing is with this whole, like, all of it, even the extreme advertising of Balenciaga, and then we have what's his name, Yee on Alex Jones, and everything that's going on. It's like, what the hell are they distracting us from? You know, that whole thing, Matt. Like,
here's the deeper hole.
Yeah.
Is the people who are on Twitter. Well, who the hell is Elon Musk? That's like the big story. Oh, Elon Musk, he's free.
Yeah.
What? Allowing people to do what? Everybody's saying, "Oh, Elon Musk is such a hero," and I am on Twitter. I don't know what you guys
So Matt, I do know a little bit about, like, didn't he say that my Neuralink chip is going to be ready for your brain in, like, what did he say, like 6 weeks or 6 months?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I wouldn't drink a cup of coffee that character made for me. Like, it's not going to go in my brain. He's just like, he's not my cup of tea. But Mary, now I don't want to be hateful. But Joe said I'm not hateful. My husband put me in my place. See, I'm a very thin
Hold on.
skin.
All right.
Was I hateful? Sorry.
Hold on. All right, Matt, listen. We're gonna we've been on for 40 minutes, so I think we're only gonna go like another 20 because somebody took the wind out of my sails. But
Ooh. Sound like an owl.
Anyway,
Ooh.
good call, Matt. Thank you.
No, don't hang up with Matt yet.
Don't hang up. Okay, Faye wants to keep going. I might have to shut off.
No, Matt,
Go ahead.
I want to say thank you for calling and let Matt finish. Let Matt conclude, or do you want to give us your final thoughts, Matt, please?
Final thoughts. Hey, I don't have any. I'll give my final thoughts on my deathbed. Then I'll tell you how I really feel about all of you.
I like that. Mary, your friend Frank says, okay, drop the link. Let's do this. Frank, I would love to talk to you, but I don't want to be combative. I don't want to fight with anyone, but you're welcome to come on. So, Mary, I don't know where Mary went. Oh, boy. Is this where we've gone? You're welcome to come on. I don't want to fight, though, and I didn't mean to be hateful.
Hold on. Frank wants the link. Frank's back. All right.
I just want to say, before he comes on, and I'll let him talk. Frank, all I said was I think that police officers, like a lot of other professions, should have a fitness level requirement. Okay, bring them on and I'll shut up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's mean.
Mary, can you hear me?
Yeah, everybody can hear you still.
Anyways, can I?
All right, Matt. I gotta.
How was I? How was I?
You're fabulous. You're always fabulous,
Matt,
brother.
you're a star.
All right. Good night.
All right,
bye. Oh, I don't even know if I want to. He won't fight.
No, he says he won't fight. You know what? It might make me feel better because I'm not a hateful person. That's no one. No one really ever accuses me of that. Do I have a big mouth? Yes. Do I just all the time? So please let him come on. But I do stand by that. I do think certain professions should be fit. Okay. I'm sorry if that's bad. You can let him on if he's your friend.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the link here.
And I'll even mute myself. I'm gonna mute myself.
All right.
I don't know how to do it, but
I just ran up the stairs. I hustled up the stairs.
Oh, you heard me? I don't know how to mute myself.
I gotta quit smoking.
I'll go like this. I will.
All right, here's Frank.
Hey, girls, how we doing?
Hi, Frank. I was hurt. Frank, you hurt me.
Okay. So listen, I don't believe you are a hateful person, Faye. Here's why I said that. I agree with the statement about the tests. But the Weeble Wobbles thing constantly, that is where I don't think it's really warranted. Now, let me explain why. That's just being, okay, we obviously know what you're talking about, right? A hateful term, throwing it back and forth like that is kind of like throwing a funny term where it isn't necessary. All you got to say is, hey, they need a test. Why call them Weeble Wobbles constantly?
Test?
Right? And so what this does, you're a Christian, right? To get your point across, you don't need to down another in that way to keep bringing that up. That's where I had the issue. And it's not with you, it's with the statement, because that's why people look at us Christians as hateful, bigots, unloving, just worse than worldly people. Was framing that name in a bully statement, you could have got your point across with that. I think you have a heart for the things you're talking about. I truly do. I've heard you speak with passion. But we got to kind of admit, it was funny. I caught myself laughing and I went, wait a minute, that ain't right.
I thought it was a euphemism. I didn't think it was mean, but you know what? It's another point of view.
Cool. Totally understandable. And so, yes, I just, think about it though. Think about it. Look at how they look at us to begin with. You know how they look at Christians. And you have talked about how often they do things the wrong way, right? We throw in euphemisms like the world does like that. What does that make us look like?
Right. I think the big, I mean, if we're going to talk about how the world, are we talking about the way the world views Christians or the way the truther community views Christians? Because right now, I think by and large, the truther community is very disappointed in Christians,
and they should be
going along with the program. I think that's a bigger issue than how we talk about cops. But that's
so, how do you stand against some of that and be set apart? Yeah. Little things. I don't think you said it to be hateful, right? I don't think you had a heart behind it for that. But think about what words do to everyone else watching, to everyone else looking at us, truther community, the world, doesn't matter. Be set apart like that. So you could have made that statement, get a physical test right there. Everyone knows what you're talking about right there. That's all I meant. That's all I meant. Little things like that. I got to go out there and talk to people who hate us because I'm not saying because of you, but because of the way we present ourselves.
Oh,
you guys have been friends for a long time, Mary and Frank. You guys know
each other. I've known Frank a couple years now, I think, right, Frank? 3.
Just got going on 3, I think now.
Yeah.
And you could be honest, Faye. You could be honest, and I won't snap back at you. That's just my view.
I didn't think of it. I honestly I thought Weeble Wobbles was kind of a cute, nice way of saying what they look to me. And when Mary ever brought out the actual toy, I was like, I like the toy.
In a funny way, you did make me think of the toy, and I had to laugh because I had those things.
I didn't even know the toy still existed. So, you know what?
It doesn't. I collect vintage toys, Faye. That's from 1982. But go ahead, please.
Oh, I feel old.
One thing that I've realized this week, and I say, you know what? I say this all the time, but like everyone just sees and hear things differently, you know, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I thought it was like a cute way and kind of a euphemistic way of talking about not fit cops. But I totally hear what you're saying, you know, and I definitely need, what was it? I heard someone say, like, one thing I'm trying to raise my kids with is, and what was it that Brandon Flowers said in his song, think it through before you open your mouth to talk. But the only problem is, it's not a problem. And I think some people would agree with me. And I admit I've had a thin skin lately, guys. And I've seen it like in chats and stuff, like people are like really getting upset. And I, you know, that's why I asked Joe. So there was this big fight in like some other channels, and I saw everything, and I like literally asked my husband's permission. I was like, honey, they're arguing, and you know, and he knows some of these people, and I was like, and I want to leave a comment, and I want to say this, and I thought it was so brilliant. I thought he'd be like, absolutely, Faye, they need to hear what you said. He goes, Faye, no, I'd rather you not get involved. So
you want to know the reason I left that comment? It wasn't to cause discord. It was just to cause you to think, not to rip you apart. Not to rip you apart. Let's make it scriptural. What you said is scriptural, because it is written, take captive your thoughts, because stuff like that. And you know, I try, and you know, Mary knows I have been an argumentative person when she first met me, and I've learned. And I'm not saying this is something you need to learn. This was for me, and the way I see it, you may see it one way, but always look at how others are going to perceive it, especially when you're representing faith.
I agree.
It's also interesting.
Mary, let me just say one thing. I agree, but I feel like right now, I don't know. I think it's spiritually that we're at a time that you don't know how other people are going to take it. People are just. Go ahead, yeah.
No, you're exactly right. Thus it's charged to us to be the ones to think about it that way, not the ones who don't have these principles that we have. Because you represent a banner on this ministry on the YouTube that you and Mary are doing for the people watching, and under the banner of Christ, of God, right? So you don't know how they're going to think. You may think of it innocent. Let's put it this way.
I just thought I was talking to my little cousin. I don't.
You got to remember, you're talking to boys and girls out there. You're talking to teenagers watching. You're talking to a lot of people other than the ones type in the chat.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure. Thanks,
it's
Frank.
The truth of it. This is why I won't do a YouTube channel. I'm scared to death. Because I know that it's always someone, it's never the people that we see interacting with. There's always someone out there that you don't know is watching. And I've learned that the hard way through Discord and some of the things that teens, people who aren't stable, right? People who may be of that size have done to themselves because of my words.
Oh,
and I was like, wow, things I don't think, and because I have said things, I still slip up in that nature. And I've learned,
So
and I've had people come to me. Go ahead.
I'm not going to apologize for Weeble Wobbles. I still
Okay.
think it was cute. And I before all of this in a
And I
different
had a
life,
visual, and I
yeah,
had
you
the
were
visual.
visual. In a different life, I taught exercise. I taught a lot. And the exercise instructor, Mary, I used to call you. Do you remember, like, I would say like the littlest things? I can't even think of them, but I'd call you and I'd be like, oh my God, this person got upset that I said that. And I couldn't. So you're right. But like, what do we do? Put duct tape over our mouths and
No,
not speak? I don't know what to
we
do.
no,
Like,
we
but I
figure out a
never
different way to
want to
get our
offend.
point across. Is what we do. We pick different words to use the same thing we mean, because that's really, and you know what, Mary Ann Faye, maybe it's not fair for us to do that to ourselves, but to me, it's never about ourselves. It's about other people. That's
Right.
really what it's
It's
all
the
about.
responsibility that we have. I mean, having ourselves up here. I mean, we put ourselves up here voluntarily. Nobody's forcing us. And yeah, I'm happy you did come on, Frank, because honestly, it's like Faye was saying, it's like we're all so raw right
Yeah.
now that when that happened, it's like I seriously was like a little crushed. Like, wait, Frank's mad? What, you know?
Yeah.
I was never mad. I was never mad.
I'm so glad you came on. You guys are
Yeah.
friends.
And
Frank, I
also,
hope we can be friends now.
Yeah,
It's
of
been
course you
cool.
can. You're a sister in Christ. You're more than a friend. You are a Christian. You're a sister. So yeah, of
Amen.
course.
Amen,
but Frank,
brother.
I do want to ask you before you jump off. Have you noticed more infighting in the Discord? I'm not calling out any server in particular, but I know both of us kind of bounce around on
Yes,
different
yes,
servers.
yes, and yes, 1,000% without you even having to finish. And the
Yeah.
thing about it is spiritual. It is starts with the house of God, and it is prophesied. I hate to go there with it. I'm not going to go too deep, but
Yeah.
it is part of these days. And honestly, what to take from this, and this is biblical. These things happen. People don't recognize to bring up certain aspects that we have in us that aren't righteous, to bring out that attitude that people are getting. Now, the people who see it and go, "Wow, I have this in me still. I need to correct this to represent God better." Really, that's what these things are purpose for. Not a lot of people see it. And if you see it going, "Wow, I still have that in me. I could still get angry and yell at somebody and put them down and argue and fight." All they do is go, "Wow, that's messed up." No, God's trying to tell you something. That's why I remember I prayed to God to help with my anger. And all that happened for 2 months straight was everyone I ran into made me angry. And I'm going,
Amen.
"No,
Truth.
what is the deal? What God?" Until I finally saw it. He's like, until I finally caught it. He's like, "It's because you need to see it and take captive and work on it with my strength. That's why they're doing that to you. Because it's something that you need to work on it. Until you overcome it, it's going to keep happening."
That
And
happens with me with patience. I'll
yes,
be like, please, Lord, give me more patience. And then for like, it seems like for a really long time, I will be feel more impatient, but it starts with not saying anything and not letting your demeanor change. And then eventually you do get to that point where you're almost, healed,
that's one of the hardest ones, Mary, is
cured.
patience. In order to get patience, you got to be patient. And that's such a catch-22. It's like,
Oh.
it's so rough. I get it. You're absolutely right, Mary. So no hard feelings, nothing. And it's not, and I wasn't angry. But I think, Faye, by the heart that I've seen you have and the passion, you're smarter than that. You are better than that. And to the people you're reaching, you're a better role model than that. And those little things help. And that's all I was trying to say.
Thank you. And thank you. I give you, I'm so glad you came on, because I know Mary's like me and it would have been bothering her, and anywhere we can like make up, because I've seen a lot of fighting and I'm more like on the YouTube side, but like a lot of fighting there too. So thank you for I honestly, Frank, I just need to be a role model to my kids. Like I can't, but I see it. I think that Mary and I, because we've been having these conversations for years, Mary, sometimes we kind of forget that this is on YouTube and we don't even know who's watching, right? Like it's like
What if one of your kids' friends catches this by accident? Think of that.
Oh
You
my
never
God.
know. You never
I
know.
was thinking
I've
that.
heard this happening, and you're right. And it does seem like private taxes. You are only talking to your cousin and the people that you know in here. And let me tell you a story. I had did something similar in Discord. And it was a comment around the same kind of thing, same situation. Apparently there was someone watching that never commented, had been following and seeing our types and coming into the voice chat, never speaking for months. And that person tried to commit suicide over something I had made fun of over, not majorly, and made it. And a couple of months later shared with me what they went through. And not to condemn me, but God did show me something. And that's where I saw it's always the ones we don't know are watching, especially with these platforms we use, because we're also called to be an example to everyone, especially in the world.
Right.
So,
well, Mary and I are also very fortunate because unlike some, and I'm not throwing it in anyone's face out there, Mary and I are both happily married, going on like 2 decades, both of us. We have great husbands that are strong, amazing leaders and fathers. And if there's a problem, they're going to tell us, right, Mary?
Yeah, but also I can also see
shut it down.
how us under the kind of the protection of our spouses, you know, in our day-to-day life, that we forget that maybe we're out here and we're not under their protection. It's just us. Right. It's just us up here shooting our mulls off. Now you're giving me anxiety, Frank. Thanks.
No, don't. You know what? Don't get anxiety.
I don't know what Frank's personal. I mean, Frank, do you mind if I ask? You don't have to get to. Are you married, Frank?
Never been married, never had children, and I'm 44.
Okay.
Oh, Frank, twins.
He's twins.
Yeah, 44.
Yeah. So when you've been married as long as I have, and the only reason I'm submissive to my husband is because he's earned it. Amen. I know there's a lot of talk these days about male leadership and the female energy out of control. Well, I'm not speaking for anyone, but in my home, that man has earned it. Okay. Mm-hmm. He worked 2 jobs in order for me to stay home with my babies. He worked the graveyard shift. Okay. He would have worked 2 jobs to keep my kids out of a mask. He's earned it. There's a lot of men out there that are demanding respect that haven't earned it. Okay. Agreed. And there's a lot of women flapping their jaws, and I never want to be one of those women. I don't insert myself where I'm not belong. But I just want to publicly say thank you to Joe and Mary, and you're thankful to Mike. Like, Joe he balances me. If I'm out of control, he's gonna be like, Mary, delete that. So, but thank you, Frank.
Let me challenge you something quick before I go. Because you're right. Yeah. What if we go, and I'm not a legalist? Mary can tell you I'm not legalistic, right?
Mm-hmm. I think
what goes by the principles of what we know of God. What is, you know what I'm saying? Besides, because you don't need to take what I said just because I said it, right? It ain't me. It is in the Word. It is in the Bible that you read. It's not taught, but it's in the thing you represent. That's all I was trying to say with that.
I don't represent the Bible, but go ahead. That's okay.
Okay, well, if you represent God, represent God, that's the same thing. What is God? God is love, sis. Love. It's hard for me because I am an unloving, selfish, rude, arrogant, judgmental prick. Without him, I am. Ask Mary when she first met me. She knows, and I know.
You are not. You're being way too harsh.
You're being too nice to me. When I first got on there, and when Mary first met me, I argued with everybody, and I wouldn't even talk like this. And it's not to say, hey, I'm telling you this because I want to be right. But if God is love, it doesn't even need to be Bible. Think about anything you're doing to love, every word we use. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of is a lot of people right now, a lot of us are sitting around talking about the problems, but I feel like a lot more people are asking for solutions now. I don't know if you've noticed that too, Frank.
Yes.
Yes, and I feel like that this is a great solution. I mean, this is just practical, something that you can apply to your own life in order to make a better world. You can even take it outside of scripture. It's just sound advice, right?
This is my cry to all of us in the truther community, and maybe you can do it I'm not on Discord. I'm not going to comment, but please, guys, stop fighting. And it's like, I agree. We're taking the bait. We're doing exactly what the enemy wants.
Agreed. Yes.
stuff that we're fighting about. And don't get me wrong. I told Mary today, like when I took the red pill, I gave up Real Housewives. So I will admit, and I'm sorry. There's a part of me that like enjoy. I hate to use the word enjoys the drama. I'm sorry. I just said it.
You know,
The
honestly,
drama,
Faye, that takes a big person and courage to admit what you just did.
But I
appreciate
but
that.
I know it's not good for any of us. Okay. I don't like it. But believe Frank, I've wanted to get involved. And thanks to my husband, I
You
haven't.
don't, yeah. Amen. And he sounds like the interactions I've had with him, with seeing him chat, he seems like a great man. And he's got a great wife. And Mary's a great person. And hey, maybe we'll get to chat in Discord sometimes. I don't want to take up the rest of your time on that. I just came to share that. And it doesn't make me think any differently you as a sister in Christ, because it's about love, and I love you in Christ.
Amen.
I love you in God.
I'm so glad you called in. Aren't you, Mary?
I am too, Frank. Literally, you know that I'd lose my mind if you didn't. I'd be up all night being like, oh my gosh. Because again, I've seen way too much fighting. I've seen too much rage quitting on Discord servers of people I've known for years. And it's starting to really affect me. So
let's be a good example. Our little mini tiny channel, everyone. Come on, guys.
Hold on. So when you said that, it's like my kind of knee-jerk reaction was, oh, now he's rage quitting here too, because I've lost.
Let me give you something that I've worked on that I can promise you.
All right.
If I leave a chat or anything like that because I've done things wrong, I will never, if I say to you, Mary, you're my sister, and how much interaction we've had, right? I will never leave. I would never just abandon and rage quit you, or rage quit speaking to you, or rage quit the people on Discord that I love, right? Ever, because I say I love them. I've done that before where I've done it, and I was convicted big time, and I'll never do it again. So you never need to worry about that.
Frank, I've done that too. And honestly, I was talking to another friend of mine being like, to this day, I still want to rage quit some nights. I was like, but I can't. I care too much. So thank you so much, Frank.
I'd be a hypocrite. I can't tell people I'll always be here if you need it here, and then all of a sudden not be there. That's hypocrisy, and I won't do that. So sisters, have a blessed night. Finish up and talk. I'm sorry I took up all your time.
No, you didn't. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for having me. Mary, you owe me a talk on that topic sometime when you get time.
Okay, yeah.
On the fallen angel thing. So when you get time, contact me.
I will definitely.
All right, guys. Everyone in the chat, and you guys have a blessed night, and thanks for letting me come up. All right.
Thank you. Isn't he awesome? Don't you love Frank? Now I love Frank again. I was so mad.
I love Frank. I just met him, and this is kind of a lesson I learned this week too. And this is what's happening. And I know that a lot of us are just internet friends, but for the most part, there's a real person on the other side of that screen. And
yes.
All it takes is a conversation. Like Joe, I won't say it, but I almost got involved. There's two people, and they're two of my absolute favorites in the truther community. And I'm just going to say, RT, you're one of them that are not getting along. I'm sorry, Joe's like, and I just.
Well, you know, our brother John Boy, who comes on here, who I love. I love John Boy. Freaking raged. He quit Discord. And I don't want to say rage quit because that sounds immature. I'm not calling him immature. I'm saying that things got so heated.
It's what it's called. Like, I don't think that he was
got so heated that John Boy left. And literally, I felt like I was going through a bad breakup and I just got ghosted. Because he's one of my internet friends. He's somebody that, like, every day I look forward to talking to.
This is clearly an attack by the enemy because it's happening to you. It's happening. And I'm not going to speak. These are people, like, I'm more of a lurker. You know what I mean? So if I'll just say hi in a chat because I'm always listening. Sometimes I'll drop a comment, but I listen to a lot. You know what I mean? So and just the fighting that's going on between people, but they are people that RT that.
Hey.
Yeah, RT, welcome.
Listening.
Hello, lovely ladies.
Excuse my cigarette.
Can you hear me?
Yep, hear you great.
How are you?
Sorry, my lighting just sucks.
Have you been listening?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think,
So,
RT?
since
What's
it's
your
my
take?
stream, I think that Joe won't mind. I wanted to comment on you and Freedom's
Oh yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Because
mean,
you're not a troll, and I love him, and I love you, and you've been
yeah.
in his chat forever, and I don't know what the hell.
What the fuck is
Joe,
that all about? I mean, come on.
he knows you're. I'd kill. Like I just said to Mary, I'm like, what is going on, RT? Because you two. I don't know. Go ahead, talk.
No, I'm just saying, like, what the fuck is that all about? Like, all I'm pointing out is this one character who is clearly, in my opinion, divisive, demonstrably.
What character? Oh, you don't have to say it. Okay, I thought you meant like a movie character.
No,
Well,
no.
I was being basic. Sorry.
He's actually the guy that it's not a Freedom Grower, but this,
No,
I know
no.
Like I said, I've been following the drama because I'm
Freedom
a woman.
is shitting on me, and I mean, like, what the fuck? I mean, you guys. I mean, like, what is going on?
I don't know what's going on. I've lost
I don't know.
friends. Like
You
in Face said.
Yeah, you've been friends with Freedom for a long time.
Yeah, I mean the dude, and then he comes out once I just said like this Z character is toxic and he's divisive and he's shitting on. He's like a seagull management. He swoops in, he shits on everything, and then he swoops out. Like I tried my best to be comedic, humorous, and mocking to make a point. And fucking Freedom Grower, I mean, like there was nothing against Freedom Grower.
I know.
He's just you know, like his buddy, like he's doubling down. Like his buddy can do no wrong. Anyway,
he's loyal. And Mary and I can relate because in our family, loyalty is very important. He's loyal. Zetetic, okay, I just said his name. Zetetic is a very, very smart person. This is my opinion, and he can come on here and bash me if he wants.
Bullshit on that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even know who you guys are talking about. I don't know.
The guy has no intelligence with regard to how you deal with people.
Talking to people. I feel like after his interview with Brian Stavely, who's my numero uno.
I love Brian. We all love Brian.
After Zetetic was sort of feeling himself, shall we say. He was really feeling himself. Joe, I'm getting involved.
Come on, Joe. Calm her down. Right. Calm her down.
Because
we all love Joe.
Because when I saw you in Freedom, that was the one I said to Joe. I called Joe. I was like, Joe, I want to leave a comment. And my husband asked me not to.
You should have.
I'll do it right now.
Well, I mean, now. Joe.
Because I love Freedom. So I unfollowed
Yeah, we all love Freedom. And that's why.
And you know who else I unfollowed, RT?
What? Hey.
You know who else? I unfollowed Z, and I also unfollowed who I think. I'm sorry, Mary. We're going into the drama. OTW.
You unfollowed him? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, who's OTW? I don't know. Who are these people?
Well, they have this like big round table on
Mary.
Freedom.
I don't know, guys. Come on. I watch True Crime all day.
Freedom Grower has this woman on Raven, and Raven's on there.
I don't know, Faye. I don't know. Hold on. Should we be calling out names? I don't even know these people, and you're making me nervous.
I know.
Mary.
I know.
Well, you're
lucky.
Making me
nervous.
You're lucky.
But Freedom Grower is the man. I'm sorry.
I love him.
Even though him and our cheer fighting will never unsub Freedom Grower.
Yeah.
Okay. OTW to me is the worst. He's cringy. Okay. So I'm just gonna say it. So Freedom Grower has on like this man woman panel. He has on this woman Raven. She was excellent. She poured out her heart, her feelings. And I know not everyone has to care about your feelings, but OTW's response as he gets on is like a woman, is like a brandy, and like it's like take your guitar and go away. Like you don't have any comments about her. Okay, blah blah blah. I'm talking too much. RT, you can talk. I'm sorry. RT, you're my internet friend, and I'm loyal to you. I've seen you for a long time in many people's chats and streams. You are not a troll, and Freedom knows that.
I'm definitely not a troll.
No,
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not a troll. I'm definitely not a coward. I'm definitely not any of that shit.
You are a gentleman.
I'm not a motherfucker. You know, like, come on, dude. Like, just because somebody, you know, disagrees with your bro, who is obviously creating angst and hardship and divisiveness, and like, you're calling me the fucking douche? Get the fuck out of here. I mean,
I know you're upset. There's a lot of feelings.
I'm not upset, but I'm just pointing out the obvious bullshittery. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about any of it, but like, come on. Seriously.
Mary doesn't know anything that's going on.
Mary's just over there in the corner looking good.
Mary, you know what? I'm comparing it to what I've gone through just recently with my Discord.
Yeah, it's going on.
It sounds exactly the same. It sounds pretty much exactly the same. We're a group of people that have known each other through the internet, but really known each other for 3 years.
Yeah, right.
Just start tearing each other apart.
Amen.
And it puts you in a crappy position because you're like somebody who loves both people involved. You care about both of them. And
I love Freedom Grower. I love it.
And you guys will make amends. Now that's on my stream, Joe will let me comment. I'm gonna be like, makeup.
I love him. I love it. I love the guy.
Yeah.
So I don't love Z. I don't love Z.
Unsub Z. I don't have any. I don't have any ill will to them, but Z and OTW can go away. I still follow what's his name?
Ian.
We Are Awake.
Yeah.
Ian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ian.
And
I think Ian. I
love
agree.
Ian. But Z and I don't wish any ill will, but I think that Freedom Grower is I love him. I'm not. It's gonna take a
him. And he's just dragging to the wrong dude.
To make me unfollow Freedom and support him. He's amazing. This is what I was gonna say, so I'll say it here now.
100%.
Okay, my husband didn't give me permission. I was going to say,
Joe, come on, Joe.
To you and Freedom, I was gonna say, I don't really want to get involved, but I have quoted both of you, Freedom and RT, in conversations when trying to explain things to people. More than once. You're both knowledgeable, gentlemen. I forget what I was going to say, but long story short, I've quoted URT and I've quoted Freedom.
I love Freedom. I love him.
There's not many people in the community I can say that. Like, I listen to a lot of people. I've quoted you and I've quoted him. And I appreciate that. You guys are on the same side.
Exactly.
You really are. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh,
you'll figure it out.
Exactly. And that's what is, so I'm totally like not shutting off any kind of like channels with Freedom Grower, because we have a lot of similarities, like within the corporate world and blah blah blah.
You also have history.
Yeah. And so anyway, all I gotta say is there are certain characters that show up, they do their thing, and then they plead like, why are you shitting on me for shitting on you? And like, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, come on, man. Like, at first you love bomb us and dropping gravy. Like, well, wait a second. All that gravy was well known within our circles. and we just
Three
kind of
fingers is right. Put that
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah.
We have to unite. And if we can't see this, like,
No,
like
pretty
they've
soon.
got truthers doing the battle of the sexes. Like, are we
Yeah.
in 1970?
Yeah. What's all
Hold
that?
on.
Here?
What's all
Pretty
that? What's
soon-
all that woman bashing shit? I mean,
Yeah.
come on, Freedom.
Like, we're
That's
fighting about the
stupid.
battle of the sexes?
I can tell you right now, if Freedom's wife was on his stream, he would become, well, you ladies know what I'm saying. He would,
he's just gonna get the cold shoulder for
Yeah.
about an hour. That's about it.
He talks about his wife. I
What's
think
he gonna do?
he just
But hold
saying
on, what is this? Faye, hold on. What is this battle of the sexes?
oh my
so, like,
God, Mary, you would have no idea what's
yeah,
been
we
going
won't
on.
torture you
Yeah,
with all
no,
of it.
no.
We won't
All
torture
right.
all of you. Some people didn't like the way this character, and I'll call him a character. At this point,
Character.
RT is a character.
Character.
The character's the
Persona. Online persona.
You know what? I don't know. Like, so he took on online this pastor. I just want to remind people on my little baby channel, a few videos back, I told off a pastor.
Well,
okay?
yeah, of course.
I took on a different approach. I said to that pastor, you're culpable for this. You're culpable for this. Okay. He took on a different approach. I'm not going to say what he did was wrong or I was wrong, but it's a different approach. So if people want to see, I mean, I don't have video of me doing it, but I was pretty honest about what I said. Anyway. So Mary, it got to like, so then people were like, oh, he's being disrespectful of women and blah, 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 blah. And then we're back in like the 70s having the battle of the sexes.
Oh, no. So was it a female? Was it a female pastor? Is that what it was?
No.
All right, forget it. Just
poor Mary. Poor Mary is
I'm
plugged
so
in
lost.
like on the
love and light
backside,
to everyone involved. Love and light to everyone involved. The only time I ever wanted to get invested, though, RT, seriously, and Joe's my witness, I was like,
yeah.
RT and Freedom are fighting. So
no, I agree. I thought that was so stupid, and there was legitimate reasons, and so like if you can't see it, I don't know. I mean, he's a smart dude, and like how you don't
well, he
see
definitely
that.
knows how to get attention.
Well, anyway, love of the ladies. I'm gonna sign off.
All right.
Love.
I said my comment here. If you and Freedom keep going, I will bring my female energy and be Mama Bear and make you guys make up, because
Freedom and I are gonna bury the hatchet, but Z can go, bury it somewhere else.
Freedom, we love Freedom Grower, and
I love Freedom Grower.
Me too.
100%.
100%.
Right.
Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good night.
Guys.
What in the hell is going on in the truth community?
Right? So
it's
Mary,
everywhere.
And here, but I'm so glad RT got to say something. It's we got to get it together, guys. Okay, here's some female energy. I'm a mama bear. Okay, sometimes mamas have to be like, stop fighting, or stop.
Hold on. Before you finish, you know what my username is on Discord? It's Mama Mary. Nice. Mama Mary's in the house, y'all. Everybody,
so are you telling them to stop fighting, or what?
What?
Are you telling them to stop fighting, or what?
I don't even know what the hell's going on. I literally, honest to gosh, this is
by design.
Hold on. Let me finish a sentence. I know it's all right. You're all worked up. I'm all worked up. But I literally almost rage quit the other night also. Just getting so upset and so mad and what's going on. And again, it's like there have been so many times because of the person I am, and people think I'm kind of weak and mealy mouth and I'm neither here nor there. But where I'm coming from, I consider a lot of people my friends. If somebody opens up to me, somebody seeks my advice, especially over 3 years, talking to them every day, more than I do my in real life friends, then that's a friend to me. And then being put in the middle where it's like, I can't choose sides. I like both of you, and that's happened to me repeatedly. But with John Boy, it really hit me hard. And I literally was on the verge of tears, and then I wanted to rage quit this week, you know. So
Did he
there's
come
a
back?
lot.
Have you talked to John Boy since?
I have talked to John Boy. He's fine. I mean, thank God. But I was like worried, and I was like, what's going on? And nobody would tell me what was going on. But anyway, the long
this is so clearly a spiritual thing. Go ahead, finish.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The long and the short of it is there is something going on in the truth community that is like splintering.
It's a spiritual attack, guys. We got to get it together. And yeah, I might have unsubbed your channel and like, but please, I don't hate anybody. And that's why, like, I'm so glad Frank came in and we had a great conversation. When he said hateful, I was like, whoa. But it made me think. And I don't want to come off as hateful. I don't hate anybody. The only thing I hate is like, I hate what's going on with children, but we can talk about, but that's a different subject for a different day. Like, hate has its place, but it's not to anyone.
That's righteous anger. That's righteous anger. This is just, I don't know. It's anyway. Maybe next week we'll have some solutions. Like, hold on, I did want to point this out. When Three Fingers said this, pretty soon we will need to unite. I do want to say, pretty soon we are going to have to unite. We are going to have no choice. We're going to have to act like mature adults, leave our differences at the door, and work together. It's going to happen. So,
and what Three Fingers said, we will have to unite. And what a great path. He said, you said we'll have to. He said we'll need to. Either way, what a great tactic of the enemy to sow this discord and to get everyone angry. And I'm so glad RT called in. And I'm more of a listener than a commenter and a chatter. I don't have time. RT's been in Freedom's chat forever. They love each other. Like, and I like, it's not, I'm not, that's just one little, like, that's one tiny example of what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are going to have to unite, guys. We're going to have these conversations. And Frank, good on you for calling in tonight and just nipping it in the bud. Thank you, Frank. Good example.
Frank's great. So I don't know that
Frank's one of my favorite people ever of all time now.
Yeah.
Just calling in and just being like,
you know what?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, we're going to try and take that advice because, God, I don't even know who the hell's watching us. Like, on some videos, we'll have 120, but, I mean, Frank's right. Who the hell is watching us? So, yes, we do.
Oh my God, Mary, thanks. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Like, I thought I was just doing FaceTime with my cuz and my husband was watching. I know it's not like that, but I think I need to take a breather. This show went a little in a good way. I'm not upset, but like, it's not you. It's not but it's kind of gone like stuff is a little above our pay grade. What's going on?
I did put backbiting and getting trapped in the internet algorithm, but we can talk about that next week. Let me just quickly summarize with that because we have, what is that, 122? So let me just summarize the internet algorithm really quick. I'm trapped in an algorithm, Faye. And no matter how much I try to break the algorithm, the same news stories are recommended to me, the same things on YouTube. I'm trapped. And I was talking to Wheels about it. Like, is there a way to break this algorithm? So I was looking at this true crime case, and it happened to be a Black woman who was murdered. I accidentally slipped into the Black community of YouTube. And what's going on there?
Black community? No, I'm in it too. I follow.
No. This is. I will say they segregate us on purpose on YouTube. They definitely do, because you know what? I subbed to a bunch of these true crimers. They happen to be Black people talking about a Black case. Or I shouldn't say, is Black okay? I don't want to be. I think it's okay.
Call me white. All right. I mean, come on, people. Let's.
So I accidentally cracked the code for like a day, and I was all over, like, watching videos of police brutality, because these are, Black people.
We can't.
There's
I don't
so
want
much
to call
more.
them Weeble wobbles, but
There's
I'm sorry.
stop. Don't say it again, Frank
I
already.
won't. But they were wearing polyester uniforms as they
Yeah.
were beating
Yep.
people.
And there's so many more cases than what makes the headline news. There's so many underreported.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
right now, everybody is obsessed with the gorgeous, I mean, God bless them, the gorgeous college students that were murdered out in Idaho. We're obsessed
I
with.
don't even know.
You don't know
I
about the
don't
murder
even
in
know.
Idaho? Okay.
Nope.
Everybody knows. Even your sister was like, "Oh yeah," and like, did they catch
I
that guy?
don't.
She's not even a true crimer. But anyways,
That's my favorite part about my doggy daycare job. I'm just like, dogs. Go ahead. Yeah.
but so everybody is so focused on this case, but there's all these other like Black victims that aren't getting reported. So anyway, the long and the short of it is, I accidentally stumbled into Black YouTubers, true crime, and then I stumbled into the Black community. But as soon as I hit one of my regular videos, one of my subscription videos, that algorithm disappeared and I was put right back in the same box.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is the whole. So I just kind of like seriously need to like kind of digest what you just said, because in my life it's crazy, you know what I mean? Just like by one little click can like
Yeah.
and we're not a big deal. We have to remember that even the best of parents, our children are on this stuff. We didn't grow up like this, but they are. And just one little click can get our children in a certain spell. Let's call it a spell. Algorithm, spell, hypnotism, whatever. But I am getting tired. And
all right.
Let's talk about it next week. Final thoughts, Mary. I do apologize, cuz I feel like I talked over you a lot tonight, and I apologize.
No, it's fine. I didn't even know what the heck you guys were talking about. But again, I'm dealing with my own drama on my end in the areas I care about, which is chatting with people day in and day out over on Discord. And it of course, you guys are dealing with it in the online YouTube community. But my final thought is, I do think that let us go out and try to capture our thoughts and just try. I know that that's tough. I'm going to try to take captive.
My final thought is, guys, remember, we're truthers. If something's happening all over on this air, on this and this and this and that, then maybe something's happening. Take a deep breath. Remember the history that you have with people. This is a good time where experiences in history come in. And like, maybe I don't want to be very wary of new people, because new people are coming. That's not what I mean to say, but like, this is a time for discernment more than ever. And also a time for like forgiveness. Like, we don't need to blow up and write people off because they said the wrong thing. I say the wrong thing all the time. And you know how many Christmas cards I have down there? 2. Okay, I go walk 2 poodles to a normie. Okay, she's got strands and strands of of Christmas cards. I'm like,
who the heck is sending Christmas cards? I resent that. I haven't gotten a single. Faye,
right, Mary?
I'm going to send you one. I'm going to send you a Christmas card now.
Normies be normying. Okay, she's got Christmas cards galore, and I've got 2. You got none. I think forgiveness. I think that I have a thin skin. I'm crying on the drop of a hat. Maybe not everyone's trying to offend you. Maybe not.
There you go. I will say also, again, we're women. We're women, Faye. I would say
that'll be cut. We are. 8 babies. You said 8 babies. I've had 2. We are. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying to my husband before we came on, I'm like rushing around. I put on like, I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of like a wintry.
I like it.
Yeah. And I couldn't do anything with my hair. And I'm like, why am I so insecure? what difference does any of this make? And
what
it's like,
difference does it make?
right.
That's what our cousin asked in his hit song, What Difference Does It Make by Morrissey.
What
Sorry.
difference does any of this make? And again, I go back to people are now seeking solutions, and I could get triggered all of the time, but I'm
Yeah.
not. But even as a woman, I'm not out to fight people. So anyway,
Right.
all right.
So what difference does it make, though? Seriously, guys. I'm the same way. Like, even when I'm so glad Frank came on, but I'm not going to lie. When he said he was going to come on, I was like, I'm just going to be quiet. I don't want to fight with anyone. I'm not a combative person. Joe knows that about me. I don't want to fight with people. I have loud opinions and I like to run and hide. I like to talk and then run.
Bomb tosser.
I don't mean to like be cliche. Forgiveness, love, good sense of humors, and a short memory right now are going to get us out of this, guys. We've got to be gentle with each other.
Amen.
We're all going through this.
Amen.
Okay, so truthers, my prayer to all of us that are real, like my prayer to God is that all the little the ones that are in here for the fight and like trying, I hope that God will expose them and get them out quick. But for the truthers, and I know my heart knows who most of. When I hear truth, real knows real. I want us to love. What Joe?
All right.
Joe
He's fine. He's fine. Namaste. Go to bed. He's not. I think he's laughing at your singing. Don't forget the chat is delayed.
Oh.
Yeah, when you were saying what difference?
I thought it was. Does it matter?
Yeah,
I'll sing
I do
what? Because Joe is so jealous that we're related to Morrissey. Sorry, Joe. We're related to the best singer on earth.
Anyway, Joe, stop it. You can argue with her downstairs.
All right. On a different note, everyone go watch Ceiling Fan Man. Mary, you want to watch him?
Yes.
Talking about serial killers.
I want to hear his perspective because I know that there's a lot of like not propaganda. What is it? Anyways, it's all fake.
No,
it's all.
I
think he's going to talk about.
Watch Ceiling. Go ahead.
Oh, I think that he could talk about it being predictive programming and desensitization, or he could go into the actual cases. Or I can't wait to see where he's going because this is why I love true crime. There's so many angles. There's so many angles to take it from.
And CFM is so amazing. So I hope that if I'll probably fall asleep tonight, but I hope that we'll both watch it and maybe discuss next week. All
right, I'm definitely tuning in tonight at 9. So
all right.
Good night, Faye. Crazy night. God bless. What? I said a crazy night. God bless.
I know. Sorry, guys. Love you guys.
Bye.